Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. On the 3rd of December, we have two Part A matters. We have the Linwood Avenue proposed relocation of speed limit change point at Dyers Road. I've asked for a bit of further advice after our meeting to see if a time is needed, because it's got a date in there, and that was today's date, and a time is needed.
Yeah.
So the suggestion is midnight tonight.
Midnight tonight. So, Yanni, you'd like to move that the speed limit changes come into force on 12 February at midnight, and seconded by Paul Lonsdale. Oh dear.
11:59 tonight or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it is midnight today, maybe.
Well, no, midnight's the night, isn't it?
Yep.
Is it? Oh, okay.
11:59 tonight, perhaps.
Okay, all right. So 13th of February, you can have Friday the 13th as the start date at midnight.
Right.
Midnight, Friday the 13th. All right, I'll put that motion.
No, it won't be now because we've put a time in. Oh.
No, but it's been up there for years.
So what we're doing is making it legal.
We're actually retrospectively validating something that has existed in fact for some time. Put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. Carried.
The second item
No,
is...
we're putting midnight the 13th, not 11:59. Is that right? Tomorrow's the 13th.
I think
Yeah, midnight the 13th.
12:01 is tomorrow.
Eh?
It was sold hot of district 11:59 on the 12th, and that was
Yeah, midnight on the 13th, that's right.
I think it's going to be confusing. Some people are going to think it's...
Oh, I see,
So
yeah.
11:59.
11:59, all right, on the 12th. 11:59 on the 12th. Well, midnight must have a legal definition. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
I mean,
The advice that I got was midnight tonight.
Nobody's going to care. It's already there. Anyway, so
The second one is the McCormick's Bay
Yes.
Reserve wastewater easement, which is pretty straightforward. We recommended that this staff recommendation be adopted.
very good. Moved by Paul Lonsdale, seconded by Yanni Johansson. I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Anything else that you'd like to raise?
Just two things. We actually we requested that staff investigate opportunities for a transitional project on the site of the Woolston Library, which is a bit overgrown and derelict and unloved looking, and that is actually going to be happening later this month, which is fantastic, and there's some funding set aside to get that project working, which will be really good. And the other one was the opening of the Scarborough paddling pool, which has been absolutely fantastic and really, really well used constantly.
Yes, filled with people.
So
all
absolutely
the time.
filled the entire time, and so staff put a huge amount of work into that, and I'd like to thank them for that. It's been really good.
Very good. Right, moved by Paul, seconded by Yanni.
Just a brief comment on the Woolston site. If you're familiar with that area, actually, I think it's a real important need to have a transitional project there if we can't get a temporary project for the library. But when you look at that site, the actually better site is where the New World sign is, which has got a lot more visibility to the streetscape, whereas this site is actually really hidden because of the buildings. So I know we've got the specific address, but I do hope that there's a workshop next week where people can be a little bit more discretionary about looking at where the opportunities are. Otherwise, we run the risk of having a project that no one can actually see, which would be kind of silly. But also just to make a comment on the Scarborough paddling pool, that I think it's really important to acknowledge the contractors who worked really hard to get to keep the costs down as much as possible, and also to get the project completed in time. And I do just want to formally acknowledge that. I know people were concerned about the cost. Actually, when you look at what we've been able to deliver within the budget, the new modern equipment and what it will mean in terms of ongoing maintenance and life cycle costs, actually it's a fantastic project that a lot of people have come on board to help us as a city get back. So just really wanted to publicly acknowledge. If anyone wants a tour of the plant room, happy to organise that with you. And also, if anyone wants to really understand what's being done there technology-wise. But we had a lot of support from those contractors and their associates to get this project on as much as possible on time and to the budget. So I just wanted to acknowledge that publicly.
Thank you. Very good. So I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. And